how do I create content? Number one, it's important to have a schedule and to put it on your calendar, okay? And I would create a system. I'm a systems geek, and the tools that I use every single day, I use Asana, I use Airtable, I use the Google Work Suite, I use Todoist to keep everything in order. But figure out how to make a system, and that system is going to change, and that system is going to evolve. But what I mean, I'm looking at my notes over here right now. So if you're going to write blogs, if you're going to create videos, if you're going to create a podcast, whatever that is, you'll need to create a system for it. And when you create that system, you will want to go ahead and remove as much friction as possible. And what I mean by that is, when it's time, if you're writing your content, let's say you're writing, okay, you're going to write a blog, or you're going to write posts for LinkedIn or whatever, and you're going to do that every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Well, you want to have, okay, I'm going to use Google Docs. I'm going to use whatever tools you're going to use. If you're going to shoot TikTok videos, I'm going to shoot TikTok videos every Monday at 9 a.m. I'm going to sit down. I've got my topics. And with video, it's a little different, right? Because you're going to be, let's say you're just getting started out. So you buy a little vlogging setup off Amazon for like $50. It's basically got a little light that goes on top of your phone and a little external microphone. So you get better audio, and you use your phone as a camera. You buy a little tripod. So if you have the ability to have that set up, so all you have to do is plug your phone in and sit down and start talking, you're much more likely to actually do this content, create this content, than if you have to, I got to set up my light, I got to do all this other stuff. So get all of the gear that you need. And again, this is going to be, it's going to be a living, breathing thing, this system. Okay. You're going to get, the deeper you get into it, you're going to get better at things. You're going to maybe want better gear. You're going to change things and evolve them. That's fine. But what you don't want to do is have to think about anything other than the topic. You don't want to sit and think about, okay, is my lighting right or whatever. It's like, no, that light needs to be set up in the same place 24/7, so that when you sit down, the only thing that you're focused on is the topic. And if you're doing an audio podcast about that topic, or if you're writing about that topic, or if you're shooting videos, none of that, this is the same. It's applicable to all of those things. So create a system that works for you. Get a space that works for you. If you have a home office, if you have a place when, if you've got kids and those kids are at daycare or at school during a certain period of time, this is worth it for you. Take that time, put it on your calendar, treat yourself as your own client. It's incredibly important. So number one, so now you've got those hurdles where you've got, okay, I've got my ideas because I started an Apple Note. I've got all the questions that I answer on a daily basis. I've also started coming up with things when I go into Target and I see something that, oh, you know what, this would make sense for a client of mine. You just write down, you've got all of your ideas. So then on Monday morning at 9 a.m., when you sit down to write, you sit down to record audio, you sit down to record video, you got other topics. You know what I feel like talking about? I feel like talking about this today. So you just dive right into it. You power up your stuff, you sit down, you talk, you get it done. So create that system. It's incredibly important. Because, and again, do your best to not get lost in analysis paralysis of this stuff. And if you're brand new to this, it's easy to do because, again, it's overwhelming. Like, oh, I need a light. I need a microphone. I need a camera. Luckily, they have simplified this stuff, and they've got, again, I've had clients, I've sent them links from Amazon to buy this stuff, and it's super affordable. You need a light and you need a microphone, and you don't even need that, honestly. If you have window light coming in with your phone, you can just shoot it on your phone. But I would also say, even if you're just using your phone and nothing else, and if you're holding it, that's one thing. If you're holding your phone and shooting, that's fine. But have that dedicated space and have the dedicated time to create this content.